hi guys. I figured I'd invite you over while I'm doing some furniture refurbishing. Because although I do take long breaks, they're very rare, so I'm like, well, I can just sit here and twiddle my thumbs, or I can chat with you while I work. I hope I'm not crooked, guys. Am I? That's better. Okay, so I'd really rather just snap my finger and have it done, but we gotta do this other chair, guys. The whole living room is done except for this chair, guys. So I got it started. So some of this will be dry enough to where I can paint the polka dots on it. Well, that part's not. So, anywho, guys, I hope you liked our little surrounding area. I am not even close to as good as giving tours as you in this, but, well, these are, any of you, I don't have a steady hand, guys. I'm always shaky. I'm either shaky from working, overheating, or it's time to eat and I just want to finish that job. So, yeah, they are shaky. So when I do my outdoor videos, I made a little list for myself. I'm going to try my best to have myself positioned to where I want to make my video from, and just hope I don't have to walk. If it involves walking, I'll try to go up higher, because it's mountains, you know. I'll try to go up higher to where I can sit and get the whole view. But I'm still learning, you guys know that, and I should be painting, huh? So, guys, we got rid of a couple of squatters. They went to jail, but I'm not getting my hopes up. One will be gone for a while, and one will be back when the weekend's over. So, as soon as they left, the vultures, aka all the other squatters, literally had the area picked clean of anything valuable by the time I woke up. They went to jail I heard about 4 in the morning, and I woke up at 6 something, almost 7, and their area had already been ransacked. Do I care? Not really. Am I glad I was asleep when that happened? Yeah, because, guys, I'm not sure where you're from, but there's a lot of gangs in the real world. And I ignored them for a long time. I'm like, oh yeah, the Bloods and the Crips, they're in Chicago and Seattle and New York. No, guys, they are everywhere, and they're in every freaking little town. I did a little video today I'll share with you guys tomorrow. And so I stayed out of it. They went, when these two went to jail, the other squatters flooded the place to steal back what had been stolen from them. And while they were doing that, they found a bunch of my landlord's stuff. So they stole it back and brought it over here. Well, I don't want it over here. So it'll go to storage or to a friend's place until we get back, because all that does is give them a reason to come back and be angry at us. And I'm a happy medium person, So although these people aren't my friends, and I don't tell them that they're my friends, I'm kind to them. I give them cold water when they're overheated and thirsty. Um, I can usually sense when somebody's hungry, so I offer them sandwiches. You know, it costs me pennies to keep peace. And the sad thing to me is people just assume, if you live in a state where squatting isn't a normal, people just assume, well, you just go out there and yell at them, get the fuck off my lawn, and they'll do it. Well, guess what? They don't. Not in the real world. And if you do that, you slowly make an enemy out of you slowly make them see you as an enemy. So I don't do that. I stay on medium ground, and I'm kind to them. I do not ever encourage them to stay. I often say, you guys know you gotta go, right? And they're like, yeah. They always say that, but, and I'm like, no, but for real, like, you guys realize that it's gonna be legal and all? They don't wanna hear it, guys. So, 2 went to jail. One's coming back. One is most likely not coming back. And when I had their, well, I didn't have it then. When a friend decided that she had found enough of her stuff back there, I call it the tent city. She got pissed, and within minutes, she had a tractor down here hauling that girls camper out of it. So I've seen them haul out the big RVs, and I haven't uploaded certain videos yet, but I showed you the RVs that needed to be moved, and you'll see them one by one. And then we'll lead up to the video I made today, which was of what we did with the RVs. I just asked for them to be moved, but they moved them, and they kind of damaged them while they were moving them, so they're no longer livable. Isn't that sad, guys? Thank you. So, being moved down the driveway, trying to read my time, guys. 7 minutes, we're good. They got so messed up that they can't ever be lived in again. And, you know, shit happens, so that's what it is, guys. Bottom line is, we got rid of 3 squatters the day that the landlord came and terrorized in his little fancy quad thing. 3 were gone the next day. And then now we got rid of 2 more. So we're down from about 15 to 1, 2. Holy crap, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squatters. We're down to 6 squatters. And the worst one of all is the most recent one who got here right after we did, and we told her to get the heck out. She pretty much laughed at us. And she got the other 2 fighting to the word she just got them sent to jail. Yep, guys. It's a nasty world out there. See why I want to be off-grid? See why I want to live in the mountains? I avoid the cities. I go to town when I have to. I am so picky about my friends that I only have Sarah, Rachel, Crystal, Deidre. 4 female friends that I allow in my life. And when people try to make friends with me, especially people, I just tell them I'm not trying to be rude, but I'm not looking for friends, and I barely have time for the few friends I got, so I don't have time for new ones. Might seem a bit harsh, but you know, most of them aren't real friends anyway, they're just deceivers in reality. Sure the heck don't need any more of those. I'm at a point in my life where I don't have any deceivers close to me. Probably never will again because I can spot them from a mile away. I'm almost done, guys. And then we'll let this dry. Okay, so we'll let that dry. You saw how ugly it was before, guys. So we got our sand colored coat on. We'll let that dry. Like my fur, guys. I think it's a mink. If you don't mind if I drink a beer. 4th of July, guys. Our friends invited us over, but since right outside the backyard, people went to jail and their stuff's being scavenged, I think it would be a really bad idea for Sharon to be gone on the same day. So I'm not going to. I'm just going to sit tight. I'm safe and sound here. I told JT to go ahead. He had some work he wanted to do up there anyway. So I'll show you real quick. I already showed you the footstool the other day. This is what the footstool looks like. And then the chair I'm on is blue with the colors for the polka dots. So I'm going to paint the other chair like this, and then I only have one other thing to change about it. And that would be, we're going to add some yellow. Just a few. So guys, I gotta go home soon. I'm looking forward to it so much. I need my grandbaby fix, and I need my kids to cry my shoulder, and I need to hug their necks. But I realize that all this could be done, especially if they're pissing people off. You know, right before I leave, they're kicking people out. And people don't go out without going out with a bang. Not like that, guys. They'll grab anybody's stuff they want on the way out. Break stuff, write on it, graffiti it just because they can. A lot of ex-gang and gang members around here. But I realize once they're gone and the smoke clears, it will be worth all of the work. So I'm just going to keep on trucking, guys. Put this little thing on my lap here. Show you what we're going to do. We got the sand colored background and our blue and our brick red. But we need some sunshine in there, guys. Don't we need some sunshine in there? So we'll add a little bit of yellow. Just a couple. It's just so pretty. Like, I could go to the store and try to buy 2 chairs and a footstool that I like, and I guarantee you, no matter how much money I had in my pocket, I wouldn't be able to. So it just boggles my mind that I can take it and make my own, and it matches my own, you know, it matches my own decor and stuff. I might have told you guys this in another video, but it's always been a dream of mine to be a landscaper and a home decorator. Always. I mean, as long as I can remember, guys. But I've kind of felt my heart doing funny stuff lately. So I realized that the heat and the outdoors, I could not handle it. Look how cute, guys. So we'll let those dry. So I could never physically handle the job of landscaping at the age I am. I can lay everything out and show my helpers, if I had some, my employees, what to do. I can draw it out and pick the stones, all that. I just can't do the physical labor in the heat. I really respect anybody that's out working in this heat. I mean, just unbelievable to me what a human body can go through. I subscribe to that channel, Explore With Us. And there's another channel like that that's very similar, and they're basically real life stories that seem like they couldn't possibly be true. But they are. And the other one is called Mr. Vaughn. It's just MrVallen. And he does stories like that, and it really just blows my mind. Like, what? Okay, we were talking about what the human body can go through. Okay, this man had a great job and was perfectly normal until he was 29, and he started hearing things, and he went to a doctor and they told him that it was early stages of schizophrenia. Okay, mind you, the man didn't do any drugs. That's what Mr. Multiple Personality here has. His was from bad drugs. The other guy had done no drugs. And his doctor said these are the early stages of schizophrenia. 29 years old. And it got worse and it got worse and it got so bad he finally had to quit his job, and then he felt like he was a burden to his family, so he went out to the woods. He went and bought a pair of handcuffs. True story, guys. Go watch it yourself. It was either Mr. Vaughn or Explore With Us, and I'm 99% sure it was Mr. Vaughn. It was Mr. Vaughn. So he went out and tried to commit suicide, and what he did was, don't ask us why, bought a pair of handcuffs and decided to go to the deepest part of the woods that he could find, and he was going to chain himself to a tree and die that way. Well, he tried it the first 3 times, and he felt horrible for his family, and he felt horrible for the person that would find him, so he unchained himself and unhandcuffed himself from the tree and went back home. Well, the 4th time, he threw the key. And see, the first time he had spent 4 days, guys. 4 days he spent chained to that tree with the key to the handcuff in his pocket. Talk about self-control. And he almost died, starved and dehydrated to death. But he unlocked it and he went home. He did that 3 times, and the 4th time he decided he just needed to go. He was a burden to his family, and he threw the key out of reach. And there he stayed, and they find him for 3 years. But it just blows my mind what the human body can go through, and how people can push themselves in ungodly conditions. It just blows my mind. So I watched these guys on the map, because everybody here is on the map except JT and I. And most of them are on heroin also, which don't even ask me about that, because one's an upper and one's a downer. But so they're either like having superhuman strength, or they are nodding out while they're talking to you. But I watch them working out in this heat, and guys, it's the kindness of my heart. I I take them water and I take them a cold rag. And JT and I do see differently on those type of things because he just wants to let them run themselves into the ground if that's what they want. But what I base my decisions on is compassion. And my mother used to give money away to people, family members, and even strangers. And other family members would say, you know, why would you give your money away? Like, now you're not going to have enough for, you know, the carpet that you want, or to put the new windows or curtains you wanted. And she said, it's okay. And she said, I wouldn't let a stray dog go hungry. Why would I let a stray dog go hungry or thirsty? Why would I let a human being? That's what I live by. I'm the same way. And the Bible actually says that the Lord will put angels in our midst. Don't expect me to quote it exactly, but basically we're going to have angels that we encounter in life, and that we're just going to think they're a piece of shit human. You know, the Lord's watching. Everything goes into biblical life. So that's why I treat people the way I do. Even people that I don't owe anything to. You know, it's like getting your report card at the end of the school year. What do you want? You want a bunch of F's and check marks, or do you want an A-OK? Because it's all getting written in the book of life. So. I am a Christian. I've said that from day one. Anyway, guys, I think this is like the longest video I've made since I left Illinois. I hope it wasn't pointless rambling. I hope you understood what I was chatting about. And I was going to finish this chair because I thought it would be dry. It dries really fast, but I had to turn the fan down because of the sound. I guess next time we do a living room chat,